It would take this long when I'm speaking upon a very sad situation. You know what I mean? And I'm just looking at it like, what are y'all doing? Like, why are y'all doing that? Like, right now. Like, why are y'all doing that for? You know what I mean? Don't make no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. But what can I do? You know what I'm talking about? I don't own this system. And look how long it took for them to send y'all my notifications. You know what I mean? Where they're like, okay, we found somewhere to send his video. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking about something very serious right now with people hungry all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to be in that situation to understand that situation. I feel like people don't care about certain things unless it's affecting them. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really care because it's like it's nothing that they understand or nothing that they got to go through. Me, I give a damn whether I'm not in the situation or not during survival. There's going to be people starving and hungry, you know what I mean, tomorrow, and this is 43, 42 million people. You know what I mean? So there's no way that they can go and make it like um that is it's just a certain genre of people. It's 43 million people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even see the comments coming up. Is anybody leave a comment real fast? Cause I might have to go out and come back in with the goofy stuff that they just pulled. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma go out and come back in. Cause I don't see no comments at all. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Captain Tech, Captain Tech One. They was playing with my channel. You know what I'm saying? But 42 million people are about to go hungry at 12 midnight. Come 12 midnight, if you ain't got enough food held out to last you, because you don't know when the hell these people gonna turn the shit back on. And it's a bunch of rich people sitting around debating, arguing if they want to hit a button. Because I'm sure all they got to do is hit a button. They print money, they make money. You know what I'm saying? And this goes for the people, the working people too. Because the working people say, Jamil, well, what about us? Dude, you can't get mad at the poor people. The poor people aren't the ones in charge. They are. The people in the higher ups are the ones that's in charge of the situation. You know what I mean? I feel like the working people should get food stamps too if they wanted them. But guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't qualify for it either. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get none, but I'm not gonna get mad at the poor people because they need the food stamps. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is just crazy, guys. They are empowered, they are in control, they are billion and trillionaires and all that type of shit, and people are going hungry right now.
Just trying to figure out what are we as families supposed to do to carry ourselves over to through November and possibly December.
Families who need SNAP benefits to get by are headed into a bleak holiday season, possibly with no government food assistance because of the federal shutdown. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. 40 million Americans count on the monthly distribution of SNAP benefits.
Now you see this? 40 million people. So you can't put that on a race. You can't put that on one color people. You can't, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it, it's 40 million people that depend on SNAP benefits. 40 million, 42 million people. You know what I mean? And kids like that have no control. You can't tell no kid, hey, you 2 years old, go get a job. You know what I'm talking about? When they got all the benefits in the world, United States, we supposed to be the richest people ever. You know what I mean? And people still going hungry and all this type of shit. Smash that like button.
Just trying to figure out what are we as families supposed to do to carry ourselves over to through November and possibly December.
Families who need SNAP benefits to get by are headed into a bleak holiday season, possibly with no government food assistance because of the federal shutdown. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. 40 million Americans count on the monthly distribution of SNAP benefits. Those funds will run out next week, and the Trump administration says it will not tap into emergency reserves. Fox 4 Sean Rabb joins us with the impact this will have on millions of Texans. Sean.
Yeah, 3.5 million people here in Texas, Clarice, and now those folks will have to try to find other ways to provide the food that the SNAP program put on their tables.
And I hope to goodness that this don't cause like some serious problems, some serious crash out. We already got a bunch of crash out shit happening, you know what I mean, in America right now. All year, it's been mass shootings and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? People are losing jobs. People are losing food. People are losing every goddamn thing right now. But the rich people is not being affected by none of this. Like they really ain't. They are literally arguing. Look, do we want to give them food or do we want them to starve? Like, which one do we want to fucking do? You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a choice to be able to do that. And I understand the people that you feel like, oh, there you physically can work. You physically can. What about the older, elderly people? What about the disabled people? You know what I'm talking about? And if you want somebody to say, look, go get a job, them motherfuckers, you ain't gonna get your first paycheck by the time the goddamn stamps get turned off. You know what I mean? I'm a taxpayer here in Vegas. Shout out to Vegas. It is what it is. And I feel you what it is, right? But I'm a taxpayer too. I don't get food stamps either. But I do care about the people that's gonna be starving. Whether I pay taxes or not, I hate paying motherfucking taxes. Pills of apple. I'm never excited around tax season because I know I ain't gonna get shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna have to pay shit. So you know what I mean. At the end of the day, like I said, it's not the people's fault that need this stuff. You know what I mean? Smash that like button.
Not tap into emergency reserves. Fox 4 Sean Rabb joins us with the impact this will have on millions of Texans. Sean.
Yeah, 3.5 million people here in Texas, Clarice, and now those folks will have to try to find other ways to provide the food that the SNAP program put on their tables. 27 days of the shutdown, no end in sight.
We don't know how long this is going to go, and I don't really care who we blame about it. I just want it to get resolved.
For Rochelle Kent and 3.5 million more Texans who need the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program to make ends meet, no end in sight. This is the recently posted message on the USDA website, the agency that distributes SNAP benefits. Bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1.
Wow. And that's all they had to say. They said, bottom line, the well has ran dry. Bottom line, the well has ran dry. We are millionaires. We are billionaires. We're not affected by this. Our children ain't affected by this. So we don't give a damn if you go out and crash out and do whatever. Y'all not getting a damn thing. Okay? And once upon a time, you know, things like this that used to happen, it used to only happen, to me, in my opinion, to the poor people. It's affecting everybody now, ladies and gentlemen. Motherfuckers that work for the IRS been getting fired. People losing their jobs, all types of shit. So it's not just the poor people that's being affected. I feel like more shit like this is going to keep coming.
A website, the agency that distributes SNAP benefits. Bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1.
Now, with it being confirmed that we're not going to get any food stamps for November, I'm honestly freaking out because
See, and look, this like, I'm not even gonna get mad at you, Jimmy, for saying to them, get a job. Like, I have one, but I'm not telling them to get a job. That's an evil person that just think get a job. What about the people who can't, sir? And I'm not even going to block you for saying that because that's your own opinion. You know, I'm saying people don't give a damn when it's not affecting them. But when it is something that affect them, that's when they are crying and slinging snot all over the goddamn place. You know what I'm saying? This is a worldly issue. So I'm going to speak on it, whether I'm affected or not.
Posted message on the USDA website, the agency that distributes SNAP benefits. Bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1.
Now, with it being confirmed that we're not going to get any food stamps for November, I'm honestly freaking out because I don't know. I already struggle with paying my rent. So I don't know what it's going to look like in November for us.
Nelly Sanchez goes to work every day, but doesn't make enough to pay her bills and feed her 2 boys without the government benefit.
Now, there you go. Now, for the person that said get a job, now this girl she go to work every day, but with all her bills that she has to pay, she still needed the damn food stamps for her and her children, and she still works, sir.
That distributes SNAP benefits. Bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1.
Now, with it being confirmed that we're not going to get any food stamps for November, I'm honestly freaking out because I don't know. I already struggle with paying my rent. So I don't know what it's going to look like in November for us.
Nelly doesn't make enough to pay her bills and feed her 2 boys without the government benefit.
My boys eat a lot, so I only get about $300 a month. And that only lasts me for like 2 weeks. So I always have to go to the food banks. I'm always over there.
The North Texas Food Bank feeds folks in 12 North Texas counties in the SNAP program. NTFB has 500 partners that distribute food in the region.
It's going to just put more pressure on already our agency partners who are already seeing big increases because of the high cost of living.
Rochelle Kent has 3 children under 13, worried, not just for her own family.
It's the elderly, they use this as a supplement, between Meals on Wheels and food pantries and stuff like that. And here we are taking away that safety net.
HEB Food Stores has stepped up, gifting $5 million to Feeding Texas food banks and another $1 million to Meals on Wheels Texas. Kent wants lawmakers to stop with the politics and show people they matter.
And you see that? Stop with the politics. Because this is what this is all about. This is all about them. This is a ding-a-ling challenge with them. They do not care for any of the people that be like, oh, well, good for them. Oh, they need to get a job. Do you think that them people give a fuck about you? They don't care about your ass either, sir.
Everybody to grow up so that we as American citizens aren't stuck out here, feeling not heard or seen or cared about.
One of the questions that Rochelle Kent and many other people who've emailed me asking is if they have benefits, Clarice, from October still on their cards.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to my baby in the building, Pure Survival. Do y'all see how big this man's head is? See how big this man's head is? His head looked like 2 bowling balls put together during survival. Now imagine if he had to get food stamps. His head alone is going to need at least about $500 a month, pure survival. This big head motherfucker going to need $500 a month just for his head alone, pure survival. So you have to imagine the hunger, just his head alone. That motherfucker look like he in a coffin right now, pure survival. Big ass coffin head motherfucker. Look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all guys, it doesn't have to be, just because something doesn't affect me or affect you doesn't mean I'm not going to care to speak on it. Because that's how people feel. Well, it doesn't affect me. Tell them to get a motherfucking job. Well, what about the little kids? You telling a 4-year-old, yo, look, little motherfucker, put your diaper on and go get your goddamn job. You know what I mean? Or you telling the elderly people, look, put your Pampers on. We going out, pop, pop. Pop, pop, we going to the warehouse. I don't care if you shit yourself or not. You know what I'm talking about? If I speak for the people, guys, because the rich motherfuckers, they don't give a shit. I'm telling you that now. And it's affecting everyone. It's not just affecting the poor people no more, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, you got to imagine what they're going to do next week. It's going to, and as soon as it fall on your doorstep, that's when you're going to start crying. Oh my God, why is they doing this? Why are they firing me? I got a wonderful motherfucking job. They don't give a damn about y'all.
Aren't stuck out here, feeling not heard or seen or cared about.
One of the questions that Rochelle Kent and many other people who've emailed me asking is if they have benefits, Clarice, from October still on their cards, their Lone Star cards, can they use those after November 1st? I emailed the state, and Health and Human Services tells me the answer to that question is yes. If there are benefits on your card, you can use until those funds are exhausted, even if that's after November 1st, but there won't be any more coming for the month of November. So what should people do? Well, the best advice right now is go to the North Texas Food Bank's website, ntfb.org. There are some 500 different
and they talking about what should people do, and that's crazy. They do this shit right in November, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I'm telling y'all that they really do not care. And as I told y'all, I don't even qualify. You know what I'm saying? I'm never happy around Texas time because I know that they're gonna take money from me. You know what I mean? I'm never happy about that shit. Oh, income tax time. No, it ain't no good motherfucking time. Then I gotta remember all this shit. You gotta find all these receipts and all that. I can't stand it.
Now is our reporter at Fox 5 in DC, Stephanie Ramirez. And Stephanie, what can you tell us about these cuts?
Good morning. Yeah, we're looking at some 42 million Americans looking at losing their SNAP benefits, with lawmakers unable to come to an agreement. Now, we know different states have been stepping up. In Maryland, which is in our region here, the governor is expected to announce at a news conference later today, announce executive action that he's taking to address this in our region. It also encompasses DC.
And did you hear what she's saying? They are arguing. Make it make sense. These are rich people debating if we want to help the poor people, if we want to help somebody that may needs help. They don't need no stamps, but they can go print the shit right in the motherfucking machine. You know what I'm saying? But they are arguing and debating. Like, I was watching the debate this morning. Like, are you kidding me?
At losing their SNAP benefits, with lawmakers unable to come to an agreement. Now, we know different states have been stepping up. In Maryland, which is in our region here, the governor is expected to announce at a news conference later today, announce executive action that he's taking to address this in our region. It also encompasses DC and Virginia, with Maryland included. We know some 279,000 people in our region rely on SNAP benefits. And on the Senate floor yesterday, tensions were erupting over this in particular as the shutdown continues. I want to play for you some of Senate Majority Leader John Thune.
Let me just point out, if I might, that we are 29 days into a Democrat shutdown. And the senator from New Mexico was absolutely right. SNAP recipients shouldn't go without food. People should be getting paid in this country. And we tried to do that 13 times. You voted no 13 times.
And that's who it's about. It's about them. Do y'all realize that? This is an argument between them. A bunch of rich motherfuckers like that's playing games with people's hunger and all of that. And if bad shit start happening, they're gonna be like, why are these people doing that? Motherfuckers is dying of hunger.
Well, good morning, everyone. We are now beginning day 30 of the Democrat shutdown. And as there are millions of Americans this morning that are embracing themselves for further pain and hardship, we'll highlight some of that this morning. The Democrats, incredibly, are showing no signs at all that they want to end their shutdown. Now, they'll have another opportunity today. The Democrats in the Senate will have their 15th opportunity to do the right thing. We're concerned that they won't. And if they reject this for the 15th time, they will be ensuring that this shutdown continues past the November 1st deadline. And that is a fateful...
Yeah, y'all see that? If they reject this shit, it's still going to keep going on. And that's why I find it funny when people say, well, tell them to get a job. What about the people that had a job that this government shutdown fired them or laid them off from their job? What are you saying about them? The people who was working, minding their motherfucking business. And then these people in power just swipe their job up right from under their nose. What about that? The system is crazy.
Pain and hardship. We'll highlight some of that this morning. The Democrats, incredibly, are showing no signs at all that they want to end their shutdown. Now, they'll have another opportunity today. The Democrats in the Senate will have their 15th opportunity to do the right thing. We're concerned that they won't. And if they reject this for the 15th time, they will be ensuring that this shutdown continues past the November 1st deadline. And that is a fateful deadline for a number of reasons. Starting on Saturday, let me give you a list of things that this means for the American people. It means that tens of millions of American families will struggle to keep food on the table because the SNAP program benefits will run dry.
This Saturday, which is tomorrow, tens of thousands of people, 42 million people. So you telling 42 million people, and I try to tell y'all, it's not a color on that. Y'all can't make it like, oh, these are all black people. You can't make it like, oh, these are all white people. These are Latinos. No, it's all of us, goddammit. It don't have to be you or me, but it's our people that's not in power, that are struggling. Just because I'm not, why would I want to see somebody else struggle? Just because I'm not, why would I feel like, oh, well, that's not my problem. I don't give a damn. No, that's not, I don't come from that. I come from humble beginnings, very humble beginnings.
Great thing. We're concerned that they won't. And if they reject this for the 15th time, they will be ensuring that this shutdown continues past the November 1st deadline. And that is a fateful deadline for a number of reasons. Starting on Saturday, let me give you a list of things that this means for the American people. It means that tens of millions of American families will struggle to keep food on the table because the SNAP program benefits will run dry. It means that WIC assistance, that's women, infants, and children, the nutrition programs, will be at risk of running dry. It means that Head Start centers, which serve 60,000 children nationwide, will be at risk of closure.
60,000 children, guys. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. 60,000 children. So you saying that you supposed to pull the baby out the vagina and drop the baby off at a job and say, look, start working right now. Pure survival. If you was a Chucky doll, you'd be able to run all through this warehouse and kill everybody. Pure survival. So your little baby ass can start working. So we pulling babies out the pussy and making them start a job the same day? Come on now. This is affecting kids that ain't even got nothing to do with this shit. Smash that like button, y'all.
Will be at risk of running dry. It means that Head Start centers, which serve 60,000 children nationwide, will be at risk of closure. Millions of federal workers, and we've listed them here every day. You're talking about air traffic controllers and TSA agents and park rangers and Border Patrol agents, law enforcement around the country. The stewards of our nuclear arsenal will miss their paychecks.
And did you hear that? For the people that said, oh, well, tell them to get a job. Do you hear these hardworking people right here that they're talking about that have jobs? And tomorrow, they're not going to get a paycheck as well. So you can't get no food stamps and you say, oh, get a job. But then you got the job and then they still ain't giving you your paycheck. Smash that like button if y'all think this shit is wrong. You know what I'm talking about?
That's women, infants, and children. The nutrition programs will be at risk of running dry. It means that Head Start centers, which serve 60,000 children nationwide, will be at risk of closure. Millions of federal workers, and we've listed them here every day. You're talking about air traffic controllers and
Federal
TSA
workers.
agents and park rangers and border patrol agents, law enforcement around the country. The stewards of our nuclear arsenal will miss their paychecks. Thousands of flights, by result, will be canceled or delayed, while our borders and national security will be directly jeopardized. At a very dangerous moment in world history. And our country will lose tens of billions in gross domestic product. With each passing day, the pain gets more real, and the Democrats are guaranteed.
And they're going to lose tens of billions of dollars, is what they're talking about. But and all they got to do is turn the food stamps on and give these people their government jobs back. Why don't they just do that? You know what I'm saying? Instead of you looking down on people, think about the people that's on top and what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Closure. Millions of federal workers, and we've listed them here every day. You're talking about air traffic controllers and TSA agents and park rangers and border patrol agents, law enforcement around the country. The stewards of our nuclear arsenal will miss their paychecks. Thousands of flights, by result, will be canceled or delayed, while our borders and national security will be directly jeopardized. At a very dangerous moment in world history. And our country will lose tens of billions in gross domestic product.
And thank you for who just said that right there. The person right there, Love Chop says, some of you people in the comments are stupid. And black people are not the only freaking ones out there, damn fools. That's a fact. It's 42 million people that's affected. So if you think that they just all black people, then I know that you're a racist and you're in my chat, and I don't even mind. You know what I mean? I've met a few racist dudes, in the system before. And they were actually cool in person. I'm talking about the Nazi brothers and all of that stuff. They don't act like that in prison. You know what I mean? Everybody actually kind of, coincide with each other. But I got Nazis in the channel, and it's all good. Shout out to the Nazis in the building. Smash that like button, y'all.
Talking about air traffic controllers and TSA agents and park rangers and border patrol agents, law enforcement around the country. The stewards of our nuclear arsenal will miss their paychecks. Thousands of flights, by result, will be canceled or delayed, while our borders and national security will be directly jeopardized. At a very dangerous moment in world history. And our country will lose tens of billions in gross domestic product. With each passing day, the pain gets more real, and the Democrats are guaranteeing when they vote to reject our clean funding resolution. We expect they will do that again today for the 15th time. They are showing no shame whatsoever in their actions. Now, just as we clearly know what is happening, which we've recounted here every morning, the American people can never forget. We also clearly know why it's happening. And I brought a few friends. We brought some colleagues here from the state of New York and New York
And
City.
this is all about this is a a challenge. This is a whole pink pecker challenge. This is a pink pecker challenge. You know what I mean? Between the politics. A whole pink pecker challenge. Smash that like button.
Time, they are showing no shame whatsoever in their actions. Now, just as we clearly know what is happening, which we've recounted here every morning, the American people can never forget. We also clearly know why it's happening. And I brought a few friends. We brought some colleagues here from the state of New York and New York City to share with you about some of what's going on here. Back in March, this is very clear what happened. Let me summarize very briefly as I can. Back in March, Chuck Schumer voted for the clean CR, the same measure that's on the floor now. He did the right thing, and he went on the floor of the Senate, and he gave an impassioned speech of why we could never inflict all this pain on the American people. He meant it from his heart, and he was consistent in what he had done over his 44 years in Congress.
And put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that they care about the American people. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that they care about the American people.
Rise. very briefly as I can. Back in March, Chuck Schumer voted for the clean CR, the same measure that's on the floor now. He did the right thing, and he went on the floor of the Senate, and he gave an impassioned speech of why we could never inflict all this pain on the American people. He meant it from his heart, and he was consistent in what he had done over his 44 years in Congress, always voting to fund the government. But when he did the right thing in March, he received an onslaught of criticism from the far left base and the Democrat Party. He almost lost his job. Many of you wrote about it. He was in jeopardy of not winning his next re-election. That's how serious it was. So Chuck Schumer got a bunch of consultants and staff in a back room, and they concocted a plan, a political stunt. And they determined right then that the next time there was a funding measure, no matter how meritorious and no matter how much it would cause pain to the American people, that he would vote against it. He would show a fight to President Trump so he could save his political skin. It's exactly what happened.
You see this? To save his political skin. This is all about politics. Smash that like button, guys. This is all about politics. They don't give a damn who's feeding, who's going to starve. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if you live in minimum wage or average above living, if you living good. They will come for you too. They will come for you. They already proven it. That they is not playing.
Room, and they concocted a plan, a political stunt, and they determined right then that the next time there was a funding measure, no matter how meritorious and no matter how much it would cause pain to the American people, that he would vote against it. He would show a fight to President Trump so he could save his political skin. It's exactly what happened. He did this so he could prove to his base that he's showing a fight. And as a result of this charade, he has brought the Democrats to their lowest point in decades. Literally, the Democratic Party has its lowest approval rating. Democrats in Congress have their lowest approval rating ever in the history of polling. The labor unions, working class Americans, independents are fleeing his party, and they are coming to the party of common sense because they see us here trying to solve these problems. They see us here voting over and over and over to fund the government and give them their paychecks. And they see
and the government is out of, these people can't even get their paychecks. Y'all know how long this been going on? I'm telling you, and I feel like this is what causes violence. This is what causes destruction and chaos in America from people being done wrong. Motherfuckers been working 30, 40 years and they could just say, look, you're not getting your paycheck or you're not insured. When you've been putting money in this insurance policy for 30 years, how are they able to do stuff like that? And then y'all want to say, like, people want to still stick and stand by this and think, oh, let's just shit on the poor people. It's not affecting just the poor people anymore, ladies and gentlemen. It's everybody. Everybody can get it. They don't got no motherfucking picks. Pure survival. Now, I'm going to ask y'all, who do y'all put this on? Democrats? Put a 1 if y'all blame this on Democrats. Put a 2 if y'all blame this on Republicans. And I'm not into politics, but I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Democrats dug in against it. And now Chuck Schumer is desperately trying to cling to power. Unfortunately, when you make decisions out of fear and political desperation, you have already lost control. And the new power center in the Democrat Party is one that should frighten every common sense American. The radical socialist wing is rising. It is led by people like AOC and Bernie Sanders. Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer know this. They're smart politicians in that way. They can feel the political winds, and they know that they have to continue to act belligerently in order to gain the favor of the far left. It's their own political survival that they have put in front of the needs of the entire country. Let me say that.
Their own political power, they put their needs and their wants in front of the American people. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I'm not into politics. I never was. I don't give a damn if you're on the right or the goddamn left. I am in the motherfucking middle. And in the middle, to me, I go off of what's right and what's wrong. They only care about, I'm telling you, this is like some whole pink pecker ding-a-ling challenge. That's what this is all about. Who got more power? Who can make, look, you know what? Tonight, I want to make 50 million people starve. Who can do it? That's all this shit is about.
Chuck Schumer know this. They're smart politicians in that way. They can feel the political winds, and they know that they have to continue to act belligerently in order to gain the favor of the far left. It's their own political survival that they had put in front of the needs of the entire country. Let me say that again. The Democrat leaders in the Senate and the House have put their own political survival in front of the needs of the American people. Exhibit A is Zoran Mamdani. New York City, America's largest city, the cradle of capitalism that has always been, is facing a real crisis right now. They've got a 34-year-old unproven, untested socialist who looks to be the next mayor. He may well be elected. Mamdani winning New York City would be the biggest win for the Marxists, the socialists, in the history of this country. We have, to this point, in nearly 250 years, been able to hold off those kinds of ideas. We've been able to cling to the foundation.
See, and all they talking about is wins and who gonna be in power next and da 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 da. This shit is insane to me, guys. I never cared about this type of shit when I was younger. Like, you know what I mean? Till I got older and educated to what's going on and knowing that these people is not on my side. This
A couple of times, but I just want to say good morning and thank you again to my colleagues for being here. This is really important. And I wish I could say that I am surprised by what we're witnessing, but this is exactly what happens when the Democratic Party surrenders to its most radical fringe. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries lack the political courage to stand up to the Marxist, anti-Semitic, anti-law enforcement base led by Mamdani now, AOC, and Bernie Sanders. Schumer and Jeffries are both weak leaders from New York, and specifically New York City, where they have never had to face serious political opposition and have enjoyed nothing but glowing praise from their friends in the media. They are ill-suited to lead the Democratic Party at the national level, which is on dramatic display.
And this shit is like a rap battle for them. Do you hear her? How she's dissing the ops? This is all of them dissing each other. That was like a whole rap verse that she just spit talking about them. And it's all about power and Democrat, Republican, da da da. They are dissing each other. This is like a rap motherfucker battle when people starving.
Jeffries are both weak leaders from New York, and specifically New York City, where they have never had to face serious political opposition and have enjoyed nothing but glowing praise from their friends in the media. They are ill-suited to lead the Democratic Party at the national level, which is on dramatic display with each passing day of this tragic shutdown. They have traded true leadership for appeasement, responsibility for disorder, and principle for political survival. This shutdown is their choice. They've surrendered to radicals funded by dark money groups pushing anti-police, anti-Israel, anti-American garbage. Now the country is paying the price. I served with Hakeem Jeffries in the New York State Legislature. He sat right next to me. I've seen this playbook before, as have my colleagues in New York who also served in the legislature. It is the same corrupt Albany routine. Reward insiders, punish taxpayers, and blame everybody else. Today, it is something far worse. A movement run by socialist Marxist activists, I don't like to call them socialists, they're really Marxist, and extremist networks, and they have hijacked the Democratic Party.
Wow, all you got to do is put a beat on behind her. This is like a whole rap verse. That's why I said, like I said, I don't trust none of them. You know what I mean? And tomorrow, a lot of people, 42 million people will be losing their SNAP benefits. Even people that work and their bills are so high and they have children, you know what I mean? And they need that to help them get by. Now, due to the fact that that's not an issue for me, it's not an issue for me, but I still care. Okay? When the people that work in the government lost their jobs, I never worked for the damn government, pure survival. But I care about it. You know what I'm talking about? All of these people, everybody that's just been done wrong. Like I actually give a fuck. And it wasn't even effective to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna act like I don't care or I'm too good or I could just say, oh, well, you go get a job or go get. That's corny shit to me. I don't come from that. Pure survival.